Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel Unlock English Success. So I hope all of you are doing well. I am really happy that all of you are liking my videos and promoting my channel, and it's all because of your good wishes and prayers. So you all know that we are working on the new book of first year, and previously I have uploaded the first two chapters in different videos, okay, and in those videos I have uploaded the translation of the units along with the exercise and question answers. So today we are going to do the unit number 3. Actually this unit is a poem, and the title of the poem is A Bird Came Down the Walk, okay, and it is written by a beautiful poetess, that is Emily Dickinson, okay. She was born in 1836 till 1886. So what we have to do the reading of the poem along with its reference to the context and explanation of all the stanzas, because you might have seen the previous past papers of first year, so you know very well that the poem section is related to the question in which they have given us a stanza, and then we have to give the reference, context and explanation, okay. In the reference you will have to tell that which poem that stanza was taken, and who was the writer or who was the poet of that poem. And in the context you will have to tell the specific idea that is presented before that stanza. And then explanation means you have to explain what the poet is going to say in that stanza. So before we start that, I want to tell you about few things about the poet Emily Dickinson. Okay, Emily Dickinson was an American poet known for her unique and unconventional style. Much of her poetry explores themes of nature, life, death, and the human experiences, often through a deeply introspective and reflective lens. And what is the background of this poem, A Bird Came Down the Walk? Actually, this poem was not published in her life, and it was discovered later by her sister, Emily's sister, and she found it after her death, okay, and then later on it was published. So let's do one by one stanza and all its reference and its explanation, okay. First I will like to request all of you, if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe it so that you can get all the new videos related to first year new English book. And if you are my previous subscriber, then please like it and share it all your colleagues and fellows and friends, okay. So first I'm just gonna read this poem once so we can see that how simple and beautiful it is. A bird came down the walk, he did not know I saw. He bit an angleworm in halves and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass, and then hopped sidewise to the wall to let a beetle pass. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all around. They looked like frightened beads, I thought. He stirred his velvet head. Like one in danger, cautious, I offered him a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rode him softer home. Then oars divide the ocean, too silver for a seam of butterflies off banks of noon leap plashless as they swim, okay. So you see that this poem is so simple, and it's a encounter of the poetess with that bird. So now I'm gonna teach you how to do its reference to the context along with its explanation, okay. So let's suppose if in your paper this stanza comes that a bird came down the walk, he did not know I saw. He bit an angleworm in halves and ate the fellow raw. So how you will answer it, how you will do the explanation? First of all, you will write down the heading with the reference, okay. Reference means hawala, means you have to tell that from which poem it belongs, okay. हमने बताना है कि ये स्टेंजा जो है ये कौन सी पोइम में से है, ठीक है। हमने उस पोइम का नाम बताना है और हमने उसकी पोइट या पोइटेस जो भी है उसके बारे में बताना है, ठीक है। सो हाउ यू विल बी राइटिंग इट, in the reference you will be writing, these lines have been taken from the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson, okay. So whether this stanza comes or the second one or the third one or the fourth one, in each stanza the reference will be the same, that these lines have been taken from the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson, okay. So next is the context. What does context means? Context का मतलब होता है हवाला मतन, जैसे आप उर्दू में करते हो ना तशरीह से पहले, वो क्या होता है हवाला मतन, कि ये जो बात हो रही है उसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या है, मतलब उसका बैकग्राउंड क्या है या एक्चुअली में वहाँ हो क्या रहा है. So the context of this particular stanza is that the poet describes a close observation of a bird in nature. The poem shows how animals behave naturally when they are unaware of human presence. Okay. Next is the explanation, and in the explanation we have not only to tell and describe what was happening in that particular stanza, okay, the surface level meaning, and then you have to go deep down into the mind of the poet and explain what he or she wants to tell to its readers, okay. So explanation will be quite lengthier from the reference and context. So explanation of this first stanza is, the poet saw a bird walking on the ground. The bird was unaware that someone was watching him. Suddenly it caught a worm, bite it into two and ate it without cooking. This shows the natural instinctive behavior of animals. So you can see that in the first 2 or 3 sentences I have just written down the basic simple statement of the stanza, then I'm gonna explain it, okay. This shows the natural instinctive behavior of animals. The poem opens with an ordinary event when a bird quietly moving down a garden path, but Dickinson presents it as something quietly dramatic and slightly secretive. The speaker observes the bird without its knowledge, creating a feeling of stealth or quiet suspense. Calling the worm an angleworm sounds almost formal or scientific, which paired with he for the bird personifies both creatures in a strangely respectful way. The bird biting the worm in halves and eating it raw gently reminds us of the bird's animal nature. It seems slightly brutal, yet it's completely natural. The speaker's calm, almost matter-of-fact tone makes the violence seem delicate rather than shocking, hinting at Dickinson's fascination with the honesty of nature, even its harsher moment. Okay, so this was the explanation of first stanza. Now let's move to the second stanza, that is lines 5 to 8. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass, and then hopped sidewise to the wall to let a beetle pass. Again, in the reference we will be writing that these lines have been taken from the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. Okay, next is the context. The poem is about a bird's simple and graceful actions as seen by the poet. Okay, next in the explanation we will simplify the statement of the stanza, and then we will dig deeper and explain the ideas beneath the lines. After eating, the bird drank dew from the grass and moved aside to let beetle go by. This shows the bird's gentle and aware nature. It also adds beauty and politeness to the bird's actions. After the harsh image of the worm, this stanza softens the bird's character by describing it performing gentle, graceful acts. Drinking dew from grass makes the bird appear delicate and careful. The phrase convenient grass is charming and oddly human. It makes it seem like the bird chose a grass blade that happened to be just right. When the bird hopped sidewise to the wall to let the beetle pass, the bird almost appears polite, like someone stepping aside to let another pass on the sidewalk. This personification blends humor and tenderness, deepening the sense that the bird exists somewhere between animal instinct and human-like grace. Dickinson invites the reader to see everyday nature not just as wild or random, but as quietly thoughtful and full of unexpected civility. Okay, so this was the explanation of stanza number 2. Now we will move to the stanza number 3, lines 9 to 12. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened bees, I thought. He stirred his velvet head. Again, the reference is these lines have been taken from the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. And the context is the poet observes the bird's quick movement and compares them to something delicate and beautiful. Explanation of this stanza is the bird quickly looked around as if it was scared. The poet compares the bird's eyes to small, shiny beads. The word velvet shows how soft, and elegant the bird's head looked. It gives a deeper sense of appreciation for nature's beauty. Here, Dickinson shifts from describing the bird's actions to describing its nervous awareness. The bird's rapid eye suggests constant vigilance as if it's always on guard. The description hurried all abroad conveys how quickly its gaze darts around, scanning the surroundings. Comparing the bird's eyes to the frightened beads is striking. Beads are small, round and shiny, but frightened beads suggest not just appearance but emotional tension. The image feels both beautiful and fragile, highlighting the bird's vulnerability. Finally, he stirred his velvet head, draws attention to the texture and softness of the bird, adding another layer of delicacy. This tension between fear and beauty is at the heart of the poem. Okay, and it is also one of the main themes of this poem. Next is stanza, lines 13 to 16. Like one in danger, cautious, I offered him a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rode him soft home. References: these lines have been taken from the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson, and the context is the poet interacts with the bird and witnesses its reaction to a human presence. Now that the poetess has offered the bird a piece of bread, it means the human interaction is going to be happen with the bird. So let's see how it will end. Explanation is the poet tried to offer the bird a crumb of food, but the bird got frightened. Instead of taking the food, it opened its wings and flew away gently. The word rode is used to compare the bird's flight to a boat moving smoothly over water. This reflects both beauty and fear in the bird's reaction. The speaker finally breaks her passive observation and tries to interact with the bird by offering a crumb. The phrase, like one in danger, cautious, shows that the bird's fear is not imaginary, it feels real threat to the human presence. Instead of accepting the crumb, the bird unrolled his feathers, a gentle, graceful movement, and flies away. Describing the bird as rowing home softened the act of flight into something smooth and deliberate, rather than abrupt or panicked. The word home here likely means the sky, suggesting that nature is the bird's true safe place. The human word remains too threatening. Next is the last stanza, okay, lines 17 to 20. Then oars divide the ocean, too silver for a seam, or butterflies off banks of noon leap plashless as they swim. Okay, again references, these lines have been taken from the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. And context is these lines describe the graceful and silent flight of the bird as it flies away. Explanation of this stanza is the bird's flight is compared to the movement of oars cutting through the ocean and butterflies flying gentle in the air. The poet uses imagery to show how smooth and quiet the bird's flight was, without making any noise or splash. The word plashless shows the quietness of nature's movement. The poem closes with rich, gentle imagery that turns the bird's flight into something almost magical. Its wings divide the ocean more softly than oars, which is a graceful, near soundless movement. The ocean could be the air or the sky, imagined as a vast silver sea. The flight is too silver for a seam, so smooth that no line shows where the bird passed. Then the bird is compared to butterflies that leap plashless as they swim, suggesting weightlessness, delicacy, and perfect silence. Even though the bird had to escape, its flight remains graceful and calm, emphasizing that nature's beauty is untouched by fear even when it reacts to humans. Okay? So, students, beta, it was all about the explanation of all the stanzas of this poem. I hope all of you have now learned this poem and you have understand all the ideas what are mentioned in this poem. Okay, so another video is uploaded in my channel in which you can get the summary of this poem. Okay, and in that video I have explained and simplified it in Urdu as well, so that the students who might have difficulty in understanding in complete English, they can understand it better from that summary video. Okay, summary is already uploaded, so you can go and see it and watch it. And I hope you have liked my video, and please don't forget to share it with all your friends and colleagues, and please subscribe to my channel, and I hope it is a great help. So students, inshallah, I will upload all the question answers and exercise of this unit in my next video. Till then you have to wait, and if you have any question you can mention in the comment. I will respond back to you, and I hope you will support my channel, and you will also help me back by spreading and sharing my videos to all your friends. Okay, thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.